In modern corporate leadership, legal executives are increasingly expected to do more than interpret regulations or mitigate risk. They are expected to guide organizations through transformation, protect innovation, navigate crisis environments, and help executive teams make high-stakes decisions with confidence. Maureen Shannon, attorney, has built a reputation around precisely that kind of leadership, combining executive legal strategy with organizational integrity and operational insight across some of the most complex sectors in business today. Over the course of nearly 2 decades, Shannon has intentionally expanded her legal expertise well beyond a traditional specialization path. Her career reflects a deliberate progression through litigation, employment law, intellectual property, compliance, corporate governance, financial services regulation, cybersecurity response, privacy law, and executive-level risk management. That broad experience has positioned her as a strategic legal advisor capable of operating at the center of fast-moving corporate environments where legal guidance directly shapes business outcomes. Colleagues and executive leaders have consistently described Shannon as a trusted advisor and guiding force whose ability to simplify complex legal matters enables organizations to make informed and responsible decisions. Her leadership style combines technical legal knowledge with collaborative communication, helping companies move through periods of growth, disruption, and transformation while maintaining strong governance and organizational integrity. One of the defining moments in Shannon's professional journey came when she was recognized as an ISMS in Action winner. Do the right thing, within the Rocket Company's family of businesses. The recognition highlighted her integrity, positivity, collaborative leadership, and strategic legal guidance across multiple organizational initiatives. The honor carried particular significance because it reflected both professional achievement and leadership character within one of the country's largest corporate environments. Shannon became known not simply for legal analysis, but for her ability to build strong relationships across teams while helping employees and executives navigate complex decisions responsibly. Her work supporting marketing and creative teams, intellectual property initiatives, communications guidance, and organizational risk assessment demonstrated a leadership philosophy rooted in accessibility and practical problem-solving. Rather than operating as a purely reactive legal voice, Shannon established herself as a collaborative partner who helped teams understand risk, governance, and compliance in clear and actionable terms. The recognition also underscored her broader approach to leadership. Colleagues described her as someone who consistently led with integrity, remained solutions-focused during periods of uncertainty, and prioritized long-term organizational success over short-term convenience. In high-growth corporate environments where legal decisions can have significant operational consequences, that type of trusted leadership becomes especially valuable. Her professional philosophy centers on alignment between words and actions, accountability in decision-making, and maintaining a strong ethical foundation even in high-pressure situations. Those principles have remained consistent throughout her career and continue to shape her executive legal leadership today. A defining characteristic of Maureen Shannon's career has been her intentional expansion into multiple legal disciplines to become a more effective general counsel and executive advisor. Rather than remaining narrowly focused within a single area of law, Shannon developed expertise across litigation, employment law, intellectual property, financial regulation, privacy governance, cybersecurity response, and enterprise risk management. Her early experience as outside counsel building and managing intellectual property portfolios, defending employers in employment law matters, and commercial litigation provided foundational skills in persuasive advocacy, strategic negotiation, and dispute resolution. That litigation background later became critical in executive leadership environments where organizations faced complex legal exposure and operational risk. Transitioning into in-house leadership roles, Shannon immersed herself in highly regulated industries including banking, consumer lending, fintech, automotive financing, e-commerce, and real estate. There, she developed a sophisticated understanding of corporate governance, compliance frameworks, and operational risk management within industries subject to evolving regulatory scrutiny. Her career also included leadership connected to one of the automotive industry's most ambitious innovation initiatives, supporting the development and protection of the world's first electric truck brand. In that role, Shannon developed and executed the global brand strategy, anti-counterfeiting initiatives, intellectual property protection, and innovation governance at a time when emerging technology companies faced intense market competition and international brand challenges. Shannon further expanded her executive experience through IPO-related work and strategic acquisitions. These experiences strengthened her ability to advise leadership teams during transformational business growth where legal, operational, and financial considerations intersect. This deliberate broadening of expertise has become one of Shannon's strongest differentiators. Modern organizations increasingly seek executive legal leaders who can operate across disciplines rather than within isolated legal silos. Shannon's career reflects that evolution, positioning her as a legal executive capable of supporting organizations through virtually every stage of growth, transformation, and crisis management. Throughout her career, Shannon has consistently focused on helping organizations protect innovation while building governance structures capable of supporting sustainable growth. Her work in intellectual property, compliance, and risk management reflects a practical understanding that legal strategy must enable business momentum rather than restrict it. At Rocket Companies, colleagues specifically recognized her leadership in expanding intellectual property and risk management initiatives across the organization. Her ability to simplify complex trademark, copyright, and legal governance concepts helped cross-functional teams engage more effectively with legal strategy and compliance considerations. Her approach to governance has centered on proactive risk mitigation rather than reactive legal management. Shannon has emphasized building scalable policies, strengthening operational processes, and implementing governance systems designed to keep pace with rapidly evolving industries. That philosophy continues to shape her executive leadership today. In her current role, Shannon delivers risk mitigation strategies directly to C-suite leadership and boards of directors, helping organizations navigate increasingly complex legal and operational threats. Her work has included guiding companies through nationwide litigation challenges involving Fair Credit Reporting Act claims, class action exposure, bankruptcy preference litigation, cybersecurity threats, and evolving privacy regulations. One of the most significant examples of her crisis leadership involved managing a major cybersecurity incident affecting approximately 6 million consumers and 18,000 clients. Shannon coordinated around-the-clock response efforts involving cybersecurity teams, forensics experts, breach counsel, crisis communications professionals, insurers, executive leadership, and regulatory reporting obligations. The response required high-level coordination, rapid strategic decision-making, and clear communication across multiple stakeholders during an extremely sensitive operational event. Her leadership also extends into privacy governance and emerging technology oversight. Shannon has led governance, risk, and compliance initiatives focused on developing data governance programs and privacy policies while helping organizations adapt to a rapidly changing regulatory landscape. She has additionally contributed to the development of AI governance frameworks designed to guide responsible adoption and utilization of artificial intelligence technologies within corporate environments. These experiences reinforce Shannon's reputation as a strategic legal advisor capable of operating effectively during periods of heightened complexity and organizational risk. What distinguishes attorney Maureen Shannon is not simply the breadth of her legal experience, but the way she integrates executive leadership, operational collaboration, and strategic thinking into every aspect of her work. Her ability to translate complex legal concepts into actionable business guidance has become a defining strength throughout her career. Executive teams often face decisions involving competing priorities, regulatory uncertainty, operational urgency, and reputational considerations. Shannon's communication style helps organizations navigate those challenges with clarity and confidence. At the same time, she approaches legal leadership with a deeply collaborative mindset. Rather than functioning as a detached gatekeeper, Shannon works closely with cross-functional teams to understand operational realities, strategic objectives, and organizational culture before developing legal solutions. That partnership-driven approach has strengthened her effectiveness across industries and executive environments. Her reputation for positivity, mentorship, and relationship building has also contributed to her influence as a leader. Colleagues consistently describe her as someone who elevates teams, supports professional growth, and helps organizations maintain perspective during periods of extreme pressure or uncertainty. Continuous recognition has further reinforced her standing within the legal profession. In addition to her internal recognition at Rocket Companies, Shannon has earned acknowledgement from the World Trademark Review, including honors recognizing leading practitioners and elite corporate legal talent operating at the highest professional standards. Those accomplishments reflect more than technical excellence alone. They highlight a career built around strategic leadership, organizational trust, and long-term global impact. As organizations face growing complexity involving cybersecurity, privacy regulation, artificial intelligence governance, financial compliance, and enterprise litigation, the role of executive legal leadership continues to evolve. Companies increasingly depend on legal advisors capable of balancing innovation, governance, and operational agility simultaneously. Maureen Shannon represents the modern evolution of legal leadership. Her career reflects a rare combination of litigation insight, governance strategy, intellectual property expertise, crisis management experience, and executive collaboration. Her continued work guiding organizations through emerging legal and operational challenges positions her as a significant voice within the broader legal and corporate governance landscape. From navigating nationwide litigation to developing AI governance initiatives and enterprise risk strategies, Shannon continues expanding the scope and influence of executive legal leadership in modern business environments. Maureen Shannon has built a distinguished reputation through a career defined by integrity, strategic legal leadership, and meaningful organizational impact. Her experience across litigation, intellectual property, governance, cybersecurity response, privacy law, regulatory compliance, and executive risk management reflects a legal career intentionally designed to meet the evolving needs of modern organizations. Recognition such as the Rocket Company's Do the Right Thing award highlighted her collaborative leadership and principled decision-making, while her broader career accomplishments demonstrate an executive capable of guiding organizations through both growth opportunities and high-stakes challenges. As companies continue navigating increasingly complex legal and operational environments, leaders who combine technical excellence with strategic communication and organizational trust will remain essential. Shannon's career trajectory reflects exactly that kind of leadership, positioning her as a respected legal executive whose influence continues to expand across corporate governance, innovation protection, and executive advisory leadership.